everybody. If you're new to my channel, I'm Lori, and welcome to the Chatty Bookworm. I thought we would just do a video. It shouldn't be that long. I'm just going to do like a check-in on what I've done so far this year. You know what I mean? Like my 5-star prediction, which, spoiler alert, I'm doing pretty good. My 22 books that I want to read in 2022, which I'm not doing good on. And how many books I've read this year so far. So let's get started. I'm not going to grab the books because then we'll be here for a year. So I'm going to just show you on Goodreads. I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to list them, read them out to you on Goodreads for what I've read so far this year. And how many. So I wanted to read 125 books this year. And I'm at 67 books. I'm doing really well there. Let me start from the very beginning and work my way up. So the first book I read was Damaged, which you can't get right now unless you can get a hold of Onley James and ask her if she would send you the link. Because it was like a promotion and she can't do anything with it for a year. So yeah, the only way you can get it is through that. Through asking Onley James, and yeah, so. But I gave that one 6 stars, of course. Then I read Here's to Us by Becky Albertelli and Adam Severa. I gave that one 5 stars. I read Frost by Jacqueline Osborne. Gave that one 6 stars. I read The Ghost of Elwood by Jacqueline Osborne. Gave it 4 stars. I read The Curse of Redwood by Jacqueline Osborne, 6 stars. 5 stars, sorry. I read Spin Me Right Round by David Valdez, something like that, Valdez. I gave that one 4 stars. I read Radiance by Grace Draven, gave that 4 stars. Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, 6 stars. A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw, 5 stars. The Poppy War, which is a reread, 4 stars. Well, actually, it's really a 5-star this time around, but I don't change it if I read it. Covet by Tracy Wolff, 6 stars. The Temperature of Me and You by Brian Zupke, something like that. I think I gave that one 6 stars. It was either 5 or 6. Mad Love by April Jade, 4 stars. My reread of Unhinged, of course, 6 stars. I'm going to tell you what they were, even if they were a reread. I'm just not, but they don't, you know. It's whatever you're going to say. Then I read a novel called Satan's Affair by H.D. Carlton. Gave it 2 stars. Then I read Head Case by Onley James. Do I even have to tell you? 6 stars. Then I read this book called Rough Heat by Miranda Vivicus, something like that. Gave 4 stars. Then I reread Intoxicating. 6 stars, of course. Psycho, reread that like so many times. It's probably going to be up here more again if they do that. Because I read it more than once this year, reread it more than once this year. But anyways, then I reread Absolution by Sloane Kennedy. It's, I forget the name of the series. Some kind of like protection, the protection services. No, the protection series or something like that. Protective, I don't know. Something like that. I reread House of Earth and Blood. Still 6 stars. I read House of Sky and Breath, 6 stars. I read Lola and the Millionaires, Part 1. Gave it 4 stars. Read Retribution by Sloane Kennedy, 4 stars. Then I read, well, that was a reread, of course. All these Sloane Kennedys are rereads, unless I tell you differently. Then I read Part 2 of Lola and the Millionaires, 4 stars. Then I reread, of course, Atonement by Sloane Kennedy, 5 stars. I read You Reach Sam by Dustin Thao, something like that, Thao. Gave it 5 stars. I read Gallant by V.E. Schwab. That was a kind of a disappointment. I gave it 3 stars. I read Hate by Tate James, 5 stars. Fake, Liar, Fake, Liar, and Kate, all by Tate James, 6 stars. Then I read the little novella by Tate James called Vault, 4 stars. Then then Finding Hope by Sloane Kennedy, 4 stars. The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, 4 stars. Reread of Moonstruck for how many times I don't know, 6 stars, of course. I read this book called Corbin by Sylvia Violet, 4 stars. I read Always by Lauren Lee, gave it 4 stars. Remington by Sylvia Violet, 5 stars. Lancelot, same author, 5 stars. Ambrose, same author. Another one by the same author. I read a lot by Sylvia Violet. I read Nil, 5 stars. Gregor, I don't know how you say it. Giorgio, 4 stars. Another one. Dax, D-A-X, 5 stars. Same author, like I just said. I read Little Slice of Hell by Cleo Evans, something like that, 3 stars. So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. I'm still debating on that one. I gave it for 5, but I'm really thinking it's a 6. I might reread it again this year, and then if I feel like, and then when I reread it, I might change it to a 6. But for right now, we'll keep it at a 5. Then I read Forever Asher by Rice Everly, gave it 3 stars. I read for the first time by Onley James, Disciplinary Action, 6 stars. A Forgery of Roses by Jessica S. Olson, gave it 4 stars. His Cocky Valet by Cole McCade, gave it 4 stars. Brutal Prince, which is right here, so I can get it out and show it to you since it's right here. These books are in my way, sorry. And it just fell. It doesn't want me to show you guys it. It says, no, we don't want you to show it. Show what we are. But I read Brutal Prince by Sophia Lark. I'm still debating on this one, if it's a 5 or 6. I'm going to wait until I read all of them and see how I feel about all the other ones. Then I read Bad Habits, which I don't have by me. Oh, no. But Bad Habits by Onley James and Neve Wilder, gave that 6 stars. That one I've never read before. The other 2 I did read before, so they're a reread. But I'll show you that in a minute. I read Dark Mafia Prince. That was for the Dark Romance Readathon last month. A lot of these were for that. That was by Anika Martin, something like that. I gave it 3 stars. More like a 3.5. Some of these are really 3.5s, but I'm just not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to say 3s. Since they're like on Goodreads, and that's what I officially gave them on Goodreads. And then Play Dirty. I have that. I'll show you. And I'll show you the Disciplinary Action by Onley James. The one that I was talking about that I gave 6 that I've never read. But look at, this was the first time I read it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I want to read it again. It was so good. But yeah, this one was awesome. But yeah, I'm definitely going to reread it and annotate it because I didn't annotate it this time. Just because I wanted to enjoy it and just, you know, yeah. Okay, then I read for the Dark Romance Readathon. I read Play Dirty by Onley James and Neve Wilder. I think this is the second one. Yeah. Oh, actually, I only have the first and second one by me. I don't have the third one by me. But this is the first one. The one that I said, it was the first time I read it. And that was a 6 star, like I said. Don't know what I did with the other book. But this one, definitely want to reread and annotate it. And then, like I said, that was the second one, 6 stars. And then I read Head Games, which I don't know what I did with it. Oh, wait, I see it. I see it. It's in here. Yeah. Head Games. This one was 6 stars. Both times I read it, they were 6 stars. And of course I tabbed the H-E-L-L out of it. That was for the Dark Romance Readathon. Then I don't have a physical copy, but I had the ebook of it, The Dragon's Bride by Katie Roberts. Excuse me. I gave that 4 stars. I read Madman for the first, well, technically second time because I got the arc and read it, but then I wanted to reread it right away and annotate it. So I read this already twice this month because of the arc first. But I read Madman by Onley James. This one, oh my gosh! Avi and Felix. Oh, those two are so hot together, and I love the way Avi is around Felix. Like he's like, he's just like so cute. Like he's so different than his brother Asa. Like so different. But I like that. Like how one is so like, one is the one that like has to like chase people down and kind of be an asshole and stuff. And then he's like the one that wants to, well, I should say Asa is the one that wants to give, you know what I mean, during sex. So he likes to be the one on top, you know. And Avi is the, Avi, how do you say his name, is the pleaser, the one that wants to like, do it, you know, he wants you to take over. You know what I mean? During sex, he likes, yeah. And Felix likes to boss him around. And he loves Felix bossing him around. This book was so good. Like, oh, they're just so cute. And you get some scenes with Adian. So, yes. And you find out more about Archer. Because there's a sneak peek for his book. Yes, that's going to be so good. We found out, it's not a spoiler because it's already all over the place. We found out that Archer's is going to be with, and I forgot his name because I got so excited I forgot his name. Shep's brother. Shep from what is it called? I reread it this month, so it's over here. Captivating? Shep's brother Mackenzie, I think his real name is. But anyways, we found out that Archer is going to be with him. Oh, be steal my heart. Oh, and of course that's a different series by her. That one's in the Elite Protection Services. So we're going to get a mix between the two. I kind of figured that she would do that. I just had that feeling in the back of my brain that there was a reason, that there was going to be someone that was going to end up with somebody from the Elite Protection Services. And I was so glad it was Mackenzie because we've only met him in there. And I was like, he's got to have a book, but who is he going to have a book with? And then I was like, in the back of my mind, I just knew it had to be one of these guys. It had to be. And the only one that was left was him. Because we already knew that Felix was going to be his. We knew Zane was going to be Asa's, so. And we know who Adian's going to get with. So, did I say Adian or did I say Archer? I meant Archer, that he's going to get with Archer. I might have said Adian on accident. But we already know who Adian's going to get with, like. So the only one that was left was Archer. Sorry if I said his name wrong. But yeah, 6 stars. Sorry, I went on a tangent. Then I read Court by Tracy Wolf. With those tabs, you gotta know that I gave it 6 stars. This was all this month. So, you know, just in case you wanted to know. Then I reread Heartstopper, Volume 1. By Alice Osmond. I always forget how you say the author's last name. Of course, 5 stars. So cute. I'm almost done with this part. And then I read this book called Chrysalis, something like that, by S.E. Harmon. I gave that one 5 stars. That was on Kindle Unlimited. I read Top Priority by Cara D. I gave that 4 star. Then I read Horror Hotel by Victoria Fulton, something like that, and Faith McLaren. My buddy read this with my friend, sorry, my head is starting to itch. My friend Ashley, my friend Vanessa, and a couple, at least one other person, I think it was. Basically, all of us gave it like a 3, between a 3.5. I think those two, Vanessa and Ashley, both gave it 3 stars, and I gave it 3.5. So I liked it just a little bit more. And then the final one was I reread Captivating. Like I said, this is one where you meet Mackenzie, Shep's brother, Archer's love interest. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, and of course it was 6 stars, just like all the other times I read it. This was my 4th time, you guys, rereading this book. 4th time. And those were the books. The 67 books I read. I did DNF a couple. I'll talk about one of my DNFs in here. I don't remember what the other ones that I DNF'd was. So, but yeah, 67 books so far this year. And then, let me talk about some other stuff. Next, we're going to talk about which is the one I am doing bad on. And that is the 22 books I want to read in 2022. I still need to read basically all of them but one, I think. So I read 1 out of 22, I believe. I still need to read Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. I still need to read The Way of the Kings. If I get to it this year, I might not. By, of course, Brandon Sanders. I need to read Anna Karenina. How do you say it? That name? The book's last name. By Leo Tolstoy. How do you say it? I need to read Loveless by Alice Oseman still. I need to read A Curse in Ashes by Julie Zanopoulos, something like that. I need to read The Marionettes. I forgot to write down the author's name, but it's Kate or Katie something. I don't remember, but I'll get to it and you guys will see then. I still need to read Darius the Great is Not Okay by Adib. I don't know. How do you say this? Khorram. I DNF'd All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and Christina Lynn Herman. I just couldn't get into it. So actually 2 books one I DNF'd and the other I did read. Okay, then She Who Becomes the Sun, I still need to read by Shelley Parker Chan. A Marvelous Light by Freya Marski, something like that. I still need to read Instructions for Dancing by Nicole Yoon. I switched. I was going to read Will by, of course, Will Smith and Mark Manson, something like that. But I really don't know if I'm going to get to that this year. So I changed it just to be on the safe side. And I put down Rise from the Embers, which is just the final book in the duology. The first one being Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah... What is their name? I'll show it to you. I got the book right here. This one here. So I'm going to read that one. This is the second book in that duology. I might read it this coming month. We will see. Let's see. Where was I? And then Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. I still need to read A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. I still need to read Redemptor. I think it's only a duology. By Jordan Ifluk. I don't know how you say your last name, sorry. I still need to read She Who Rides the Storm by Caden Sangster, something like that. Daughter of Sparta by Claire M. Andrews. I think that says Andrews, sorry. Starsight by Brandon Sanders. Malice by Heather Walter. I still need to read You'll Be the Death of Me if I can find it. if I didn't get rid of it, by Karen A. McManus. I still need to read The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker. And the only one I actually read and finished was A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. Okay, now 5-star predictions, and then the video will be done. So, I have 18, I believe, and I read, I believe, 8 and DNF'd 1. I read Temperature of Me and You. I don't know the author's names. I don't have them by me, so I'm just gonna say the name. And when I do a video showing you guys, because I'll do a video as well, showing you when I'm done with everything, so you'll know then. But The Temperature of Me and You, I gave 5-star. Twisted Hate by Anne Hung, or how you say her last name, I DNF'd. I was really like I read like almost 100 pages, and I figured out what the big conflict was going to be, and I was like, I'm right about the big conflict, right? And I was like, this person better be doing a lot of groveling in order to get this other person back, and I didn't think there was groveling. I did not like it. Because if there was going to be some groveling, I would have like continued on with the book, even though I figured out what the big, you know, almost anybody can figure out what the big thing was going to be that was going to, you know, cause crap to happen. Anyway, so I DNF'd that one. The Bone Spindle, I still need to read. Lotus by Jennifer Hartman, the one that did what, I forgot what the name of it is, but anyways, I gotta still read that one. I read The Kindred, gave it 4 stars. Something Fabulous, I don't know. I might DNF that. I tried reading it once, and I wasn't getting into it, so I was like, I'll go back to it. So I'm going to give it another chance, but most likely I'm going to DNF it. I don't remember who the author is, but it's a Mel romance. He's supposed to, like, he's supposed to marry this one girl, or he wants this one girl to marry him, and she, of course, says no and leaves, and her brother wants him to go after and like propose to her romantically. The way he proposed was, I had Hooked on here by Emily McIntyre, but I have another one on here by her, so I decided to switch that one, and I switched it to The Blood Trials, the first book in the duology called Blood Gift by N.E. Davenport. So I'm going to read that in place of Hooked, even though I'm like halfway done with Hooked. I'm not going to read it if I ruin it, am I? But yeah, so I switched that. So I still haven't read it, of course. Let's see, where was I? Hate by Tate James, I gave 5 stars. Scarred, I'm reading now. Court, I already told you I gave 6 stars. House of Sky and Breath, I already told you I gave 6 stars. Head Case and Madman, both were on here, 6 stars. I think from now on, I'll just do one of I won't put Onley James on the 6 stars just because they always are 6 stars. So I think that's kind of like cheating a little bit, but hey, you never know. There might be one that's not a 5-star. You never know. Okay. I still need to read All My Rage by Saba Tahara. Dead Silence I still need to read. I forget the author's name, but I might read it this week. Not positive yet. Like I said, I already read So This Is Ever After. For right now, I gave it 5 stars. It might be 6, like I said. And I just started the Book of Cold Cases by what is her name? It's here. I got the thing here because I was starting to read it, so I took the dust jacket off. But this one by Simone St. James. I just barely started it, so yeah. That is it. Let me know, like, if you had any reading goals or anything like that. If you have any lists that you are trying to finish and how you're doing. So I think what I might do, since I am not reading these books, the 22 books I want to read in 2022, I might, like, take 12 of them. The 12 that I really, really think I might want to read right now. and put into the cup, and then and then try to read those, and yeah, then we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to get to all these 22 because there's a lot of books there, and I really like some of them. I lost interest in since I put the 22 books I want to read, and that Brandon Sanderson one's so big, I don't know if I'll get to it, but we will see. But yeah, that is it. Like I said, let me know your goals and how they went, or how they're going so far. And let me know what your favorite book is so far this year. If you could pick one book, what is your most favorite one? Mine, of course, no doubt, whatever you want to say, is Madman by Ollie James. Of course, you guys, of course. That's my absolute favorite so far this year. And my most disappointed was, like I said, the one by Victoria Schwab. Why'd I blank on the name? Blanked on the name. I always blank on that name. But that one was my most disappointed book. Because I really thought the book was gonna be so good. And it was an average. Like, it just disappointed me so bad. And I hate that because I really wanted to love the book. But yeah, that was my most disappointed, was the book. I can't think of the name. Why do I do this to myself? But I mentioned it in this video, so you guys will know what I'm talking about. But that is it. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope you have a good day. And remember, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video like this is up for your viewing pleasure. And until next time, I am out of here. My little girl, I'm not going to mess with her because she's laying down trying to sleep. But my little baby's on my lap, my little Anya. Right, Anya? She's got her eyes open, but she's laying down. She's so sweet. But she's right here, and she says goodbye too. And that she loves you guys too, and she said to keep watching Mommy's videos for you can see more of me and them. Right, Bambina? Right, Bambina? Right, Bambina? You guys should see her eyes. She put her head up now. Okay, she got up. Isn't she cute? I tell this all the time in my videos when she's here how adorable she is. I don't know what she's gonna do without me for overnight. When me and Rob goes on our overnight trip, because this girl loves me so much. Don't you, Bambina? You love your mama so much. Are you my baby? And I really don't know what she's going to do when we're away for a whole week. I'm going to miss my Bambina. But I hope you guys are all having a good, what day is today? Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I've got my days mixed up because Rob is usually gone Wednesdays and Thursdays, but I mean, he's usually gone Tuesday and is not home until for a little bit on Thursday, but his partner got sick, so he wouldn't have got back in time for the shift on Thursday. And yeah, so anyways, so he's home, so my brain is like confused on the day, but it is Wednesday. So I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday, and I will if I can talk, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, bye everybody.